Sunshine Shoulder.
It's the real nitty-gritty.
Sunshine Shoulder.
Boots on the ground.
Sunshine Shoulder.
It's the real nitty-gritty.
Sunshine Shoulder.
Boots on the ground.
Sunshine Shoulder.
It's the real nitty-gritty.
Sunshine Shoulder.
Boots on the ground.
Sunshine Shoulder.
It's the real nitty-gritty.
Sunshine Shoulder.
Boots on the ground.
Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me on my live stream. I really appreciate it. Glad to see the NTZ crew is in the house. Jacob Tanjay. I see you, Ingram Davis. Yeah, that's my new theme song I use on my live stream. It'll grow on you guys. What's up, Eric Terry, man? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, like we always do. I'll let a few more people get on here. Hey, Daryl Charity, I'm doing good, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I see everybody. Indy's in the house. Sam Champion, what's going on, man? Yeah. The subject today is, how do expats really live in the Philippines versus, the illusion, what most of us think life is like for us over here. What's it really like? Hey, Texas, as always, said, Calvin, what was for breakfast? It was a can of chicken noodle soup, and I don't eat a lot of soup from the can because of the sodium, but it was out of the box that Mr. Sam Champion sent me, man. So trying to get rid of a lot of that stuff. What's going on, Bobby G? Good to see you. I don't know if you were on it last week, was you? Hi, Simply Akers. Yeah, we'll let a few more people get on here. Yeah, I think people get the wrong impression of what life is really like over here for expats. I think they think that it's just a nonstop party. Hey, Jeff Lynch. Yeah, the house is coming along, man. They didn't have any work yesterday because it rained. It's rainy season here. And that's one of the reasons why it's probably going to take, the 3 months that the engineer said because of the, the weather. Thank you, D. He says, I love the things that you're doing, helping people over there. Keep up the great work. He said, F the haters, man. That's right, New Orleans. Basil Valentine said, host a show with girls wanting to meet foreigners. No. If you follow me, you will know that I'll never do that again. Nope. As a matter of fact, my next video is going to address stuff like that, guys. Look, we got to stop leading with our wallet over here, man. Give yourself some credit, man. I'm going to tell y'all something. Hey, Terry Dale, he said your workout almost killed me. Take it slow, man. Don't, try to jump right into this stuff. But yeah, I asked a simple question on Facebook. I said, men, how do you attract women to you? And don't you know, man, nobody could even answer me. I mean, what attracts women to you? And I see why we always leading with our wallet, man, because we got such low self-esteem. We can't even tell somebody how we attract women. The guy asked me, he said, well, Calvin, why don't you answer the question? I said, I attract them with my neat appearance and my great personal hygiene. And that's it. That's how I do it. I know how to wear cologne. I know how to take a bath and brush my teeth and arm my clothes and all that. That's how I attract women because I don't have a whole lot of money. I'm not fantastic looking or anything like that, but it's my neat appearance. But we can't answer that question. So the first thing we think is we want to, lead with our wallet, but I'm not going to give away my next video, but it's going to be a good one, man. And remember, my videos are here to help you. Hey, Rooster, he said, just found your channel today. I retired from the Army, tired of what the states have become. Time for a change. Man, you see what, every time I do a video, I say, look, I got tired of the rat race. I wanted to seek a new life over here to the Philippines, man. Well, I found that new life over here, Rooster One. It may not be in the Philippines for you. It may be Brazil, may be Costa Rica, wherever it is, man. Give yourself a chance. You can always go back home. All right. And really, that's what it's all about. But that's your spirit, man. You got to follow your gut. That's why I ended up over here when I did. I left December. I arrived here December the 5th, 2018, man. Pre-pandemic. Hey, Freddie Sanders, that's Sanders Specialty Services. What's going on, brother? Ronin away. Okay, yeah, a guy asked me about situation with Gail. Well, we haven't gotten any further, really. But I did ask Gail to write her father a letter every week, pour out her feelings to him, because he won't answer her phone call. She's been trying to call him. He may have changed his number, but I doubt if he's going to pull up roots and sell that house. And if she continues to write him once a week, he's going to get that letter. Maybe the wife will get it. Somebody's going to go in there and see that letter. So that's what I suggested to her, and that's where we are with that. Mr. Chip said that's an interesting question. Yeah, and it's one that we have to address. Mr. Chip, yeah, they answered it, but not in that way. They were talking about how they keep a woman, not how they attract a woman. One guy says, I've got a magic tongue and a magic wand. What you gonna walk around naked with your tongue sticking out? Is that how you attract women? No, you didn't answer the question. But a lot of times, hey, Michael Onstad, our favorite insurance agent, Sunshine Shoulders, he said, getting lots of calls on health insurance. Thanks again. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's what we try to do, is help one another. That's what this channel is about, man. If you can help guys get some good quality, affordable health insurance over here with the full disclosure, man, why not, man? Yeah, man, a lot of guys couldn't answer that question. I was shocked. Hey, GT Simpkins. Yeah, Mr. Chip, he said, yeah, there are wrong answers. A lot. But then if you think they failed the test miserably, the women failed it even worse. I'm like, I asked them, I said, women, how do you attract a man? They start telling me what they're looking for in a man. No, I don't want that. How do you attract a man? Is it with your body? Is it with your looks? What is it? Texas has always said, brothers, women here are more interested in your true life story more than anything else. That's true, man. And I'm going to address that in my next video, because I'm trying to help us, man. Somebody has to have our best interest. And the first thing we want to do is lead with that money, man. You can't do that, man. I love the child say, you don't think that will work? Yeah, but if you walk around naked over here, they're going to lock you up. Ronan Away said, I built a house in Ormoc Lady, Philippines. Yeah, I like Ormoc. I forgot the name of the hotel. I've never stayed there, but you can pay, I think it's 150 pesos to go swimming there. And man, the water is warm. I mean, it's almost hot, man. And I mean, I really enjoy it. Terry Dale says if they have a job, sure doesn't hurt. Yeah, see, that's one of the answers. I said, is it with your job, your intelligence, your looks, your money, drugs? Because some guys, couldn't get a woman till crack came out. Hey, Pokey Bear, thanks for that super sticker. And that's how they got their women, with the drugs. Texas has always said rolling away almost about 1 hour from Cebu. Not on a fast craft. It's about 3 hours, Texas is always, because I used to go back and forth all the time. Mr. Chip says, spoil them if they earn it. See, we got to go along. We got to go slow, man. Remember, guys, there's an unspoken agreement over here. You don't even have to discuss money, you know, especially online. But when you get over here, you don't even have to discuss it. You slowly get into that, man, because, you know, you got to understand, man, women over here, they have dignity. And if you chip away at that dignity, the one most important thing that they really have left, then it turns into pride, man. And see, then you in trouble. That's when all the lies start coming and everything. Hey, thanks, Johnny, New York, for that super chat. He says, big ups from Guadalajara, Mexico. Wow, I feel much safer here in Mexico than in the States. Man, tell us about that, man. Is that an option for us? Guadalajara? Is it safe over there in that part? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Johnny, New York. Curtis Batten says, every woman I've had, I just be myself, and everybody ain't going to like you. Everybody ain't going to like you, but at least you get to leave who you are not, and who you're trying to be. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I heard a lady say something one time. She said, love me or hate me, but this is the real me. Hey, don't make me roll after it. What's going on, brother? Okay, Johnny, New York. He says options for all Americans. I'm loving it here. Well, I always tell you, Johnny, New York, the earth is approximately 197 million square miles, approximately. I think, you know, there's no rule that says we have to stay in our one spot for the rest of our lives. You got to get out there and see it, man. You know, when we stay in our hometowns and our home states and all of that, home countries, man, we limit ourselves to the women we can meet, the job opportunities, the businesses. We limit ourselves. Why would you want to limit yourself? My hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, 334 square miles, man. Now, remember, the earth is approximately 197 million square miles. And, man, you know, I'm tired of dating somebody else's girlfriend, marrying somebody else's wife, driving somebody else's car. We're just trading, man. I didn't want that. I wanted something new. See, what I don't know won't hurt me. Yeah, Texas Zoe says, that's right, man. We got to explore. Explore your options, man. Yeah, guys, don't. DG says, don't forget to hit the like button. What's going on, LaVon White? I want y'all to check out LaVon White's son, Kobe White. We're on YouTube now. He was hurt last season. He's a wide receiver for Boston College. I mean, he's legit. And I feel proud to know his father, man. Did you play football, LaVon, or were you like me? I was in high school, I was 5'5". I wanted to play guard. I didn't want to play football. And you got to realize I was built as a football player, low to the ground. I could have been Barry Sanders before Barry Sanders, but my heart wasn't in the football. Now, remember, I grew up in an era of Magic Johnson when the big guards started coming out. What's going on, Smoky Mountain Modeler? I see Cal Dedman's on here. What's going on, brother? Rudy A says, I'm out of here as soon as these countries open by October, man. I hear you, man. I promise you. It's the best thing I ever did. I can always go back home. I love my country. I put my life on the line. I serve my country, but it doesn't mean I have to live there my entire life. Hell, life goes by quick enough. I'm going to sit around and in the same spot. I was 55 when I moved over here. I gave them enough. Pokebreast says, how do I send something to someone there in the PI? I know there's a box service, but that stands a chance of being robbed. No, the Balikbayan box, I just received one from Sam Champion. That's the way you want to go, Pokebreast. Anywhere else stands a chance of being robbed. The post office, any of those places like that. You don't ever want to send valuables through the mail that way. But those Balikbayan boxes, that's the way to go. And it's cheaper. You don't have to worry about customs because remember that Superman shirt I wear all the time? The nice gentleman from Florida who sent it to me from Miami, Florida. When it got here, I had to pay $3 and something. Yeah. Cliff Peterson says when the Philippines opens their borders, I'm there. I don't blame you, brother. Yeah, Terry Dale says I use the box service. Absolutely. We just received 2 big boxes. And that takes a while, but so what? Look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. You want to get on the side, a good side of the Filipina and our family, send the Balikbayan box. See, that's the way to go. You know, it's like Christmas when they receive those boxes. It's a big deal. People make whole videos of themselves just opening up the boxes, going through and, you know, showing everybody what they got. I love that John said his passport is suffering from stamp neglect. The good thing about Asia and Southeast Asia, you got all of these countries around here that you can visit. But save the Philippines for last, because if you come to the Philippines first, you're not going anywhere else. Yeah, simply Hackers. And here's my honorary Filipino spokesman for Sunshine Shoulders. She says, one big mistake a foreigner can make is trying to catch a Filipino heart with money. 98% of Filipinos know how to live a hard lifestyle. Buying her heart with money, you better keep the money coming. Be wise. Absolutely. When I did that, I married a Filipino scammer, part 2. One guy says, whatever you start with over there, you got to continue with. And he was right on the money. And I couldn't have said it any better, man. But for some reason, we think that's what we have to do. It's a stereotype that Filipinos are trying to get rid of, but it's hard when we're the ones that keep pushing it on. Hey, Michael Onstad, thank you for that super chat. He said, let's get together soon. Send me a message. I will, brother. I've got your email locked in now. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, it's a reputation that they don't deserve. Now, some Filipinos, you know, when they do get online, guys, remember this. They are looking for a better life, okay? But there's nothing wrong with that. I just let you know that that's where they're on there, you know, but when you get over here in person and you try to give a Filipino some money or do something for her, she's going to recall, man. She's going to reject it, and it's going to hurt your feelings. But you got to understand, man, these women are for sale over here, man. Some of them are, but them are the ones you want to avoid. I'm talking about the real Filipino, man. The ones over here now that I see over there. Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. You make them feel cheap, man. And they don't like it. Hey, thanks, Johnny New York, for that super chat. He says, massive big ups. But I'm trying to help you guys, man. Just give you my boots on ground experience. Because I tried all this stuff, man. You know. What's up, Gary T? Man, good to see that you made it this time, brother. John Powell, thank you, brother. He said your videos are nothing but the truth. Thanks. I just give you my experience, man, and I think my channel is able to pick up some traction because people can relate, man, and their experiences mimic, man. That's all it really is, guys. But okay, Cal Deadman says Balikbayan boxes are $150 to the fields from Alaska. That's okay. Try sending a envelope like I did to the States. It's $100. FedEx, you know, for just a 8x11. Whatever it is, it's worth it, man. Sam Champion said Balikbayan shipping companies that I have used are UMAX Shipping, LBC Express, and 4A's Cargo. See, this is big, important information, guys. Shipping and 4A's Cargo Shipping, which has the best rate so far. There are other companies that ship also, yeah. And you have to be, most of the places, guys, you have to understand is this. They're going to have a Balikbayan service somewhere around there. That's the way to go. They're not going anywhere. Okay, it takes 2 to 3 months, but where they're going? Nowhere. You know, and that's what they like, man. You know, hey, Levon White, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm looking for a better life. Also, find a better life makes you feel free. I agree 100%. And there's nothing wrong with that. See, but the minute you pull out that wallet, you bring up the centuries and decades of stereotypes and, you know, that Filipinos, they cringe when you try to, you know, have some class about it, you know, because see, one guy was asking me about how to send over here. He wants to send it fast and blah, blah, blah. I said, look, when we rush over here in anything, whether you send in a package, whether you get down on your knees, whether you do the immigration, man, you setting yourself up for trouble. Slow down, man, and everything over here. You know, Gerald Nelson said, Calvin, teach and keep teaching. I've been there 4 times. Yeah, I'm just, you know, thank you, brother. I'm just sharing. And that's what I want this brotherhood to be, this community. It's a support group. Tell us your good and the bad. We need it all, man, in order to be successful over here. Surf Fleet Surfer 63 says, Balikbayan boxes are great. Be sure to understand what you can and can't ship in them. That's important. Yeah, but they're great. It's like Christmas when they get them. Filipinos are patient, all right? They can wait. It's a big deal, especially you send that. I don't care where it is, in the province, squatters every city. When they get that box, man, everybody's going to come around. They want to see what's in that thing. And, you know, put it in with, you know, chocolate, you know, soap, lotions, you know, different things. Sam Champion sent kites. And while we're on the subject of Balikbayan boxes, here's one thing that I didn't realize it till now. You know, Filipinos, they cook from scratch. Sam Champion sent me a bunch of stuff in boxes and canned goods. And my girlfriend, she don't know how to cook it because you got to read the directions. See, they're not used to that. They're just used to whatever they cook, you know, they go by, you know, with the memory in here, man. It's foreign to them to look on the thing of a can because on the side of a can and read the directions. Today, for breakfast, I had a can of that chicken noodle soup. It was good, by the way. And she just poured the can in and heated it up and brought it to me. I said, did you put water in it? No. And see, on the side of the can, it tells you to put half a can of water in, bring it to a simmer, stirring occasionally. But see, they're not used to it. Even with the macaroni and cheese he sent. Now, today we're going to make, he sent, man, this guy sent a lot of stuff, man. Trust me, man. You send a Balikbayan box, that's the way to go. Cheesecake. We're going to make that together because I'm going to show her how to read the directions and stuff. Anthony Griffin said, thank you for the good information from San Diego. Can't wait to get back to Iloilo and marry my girlfriend in 6 years. I love Iloilo, man. And thank you, Anthony. And people are missing out by not going to these places like Iloilo, Bacolod City, Davao, and staying around Manila and Cebu. It's a lot of great cities in the Philippines. And Sam Champion said he paid, he said, Calvin, for a shipping, charged me $80 per box, no matter the size and weight. Wow. And Sam McCall says, I use 4X, $87 for the jumbo box. See, that's the way to go, guys. I'm telling you. Biggie B, hey, Calvin, having lots of back pains and body aches. Can the PI cure me? Absolutely. Heat is good for that. And of course, you know, the magic hands of the Filipino, man. Terry Dale said fast isn't in the dictionary there. It's not. And I tell you all the time, and for people who've never heard me tell you this before, this is the one thing that foreigners have the most problem with, especially when you come from America where everything works like this. Man, you come to a Grand and Halt over here, it's slow, methodical, I mean, anything. All right. And it drives you crazy. And you can tell a newbie because he's pacing up and down, cursing, you know, holding his head. I saw a brother, we were in Manila, And you know, you come out of the airport, man, it's that long line for the taxi. Oh man, he couldn't just stand there. He just kept walking up and down. You know, it's hot in the Philippines, man. For long, he's drenched with sweat. He's cursing. Hey, you got to get used to that, man. You got to slow down here. So when you come over here, slow down, man. Take her out for a nice dinner someplace. Take her to a nice resort. Do it like that. Don't just come out here and try to, you know, take her on a shopping spree, man, because it's going to make her feel like you're trying to buy her like she's like a prostitute or something. And these women are, you know, they've got dignity. We all have dignity, guys. It's something we're born with. It's different from pride. Yeah, Filipinos are full of pride, but sometimes it's foolish pride. And once you get to that, you done screwed up. That's where the lies start coming in and they hide and stuff. See, that's pride. But yeah, man, you know, don't leave with your wallet, man. Gary T said those scammer stories are scary. Ever thought of writing a book on them? Would be recommended reading for dudes considering come to PI. That's a great idea. You know, I try to give that information. I try to do a 360, the good, the bad, the indifferent. And a lot of times, remember, guys, these women aren't scamming us. We're sending the money. I just call it that because, you know, YouTube works on algorithms and all of that. And, you know, and you're rewarded based on views. It gets people to click on that. But really, they're not scammers, man. A scammer is somebody sophisticated. Asking you for money is not, that's a beggar or a panhandler. A scammer is somebody who comes up with this magnificent plan like skimming your ATM card at the ATM machine. That's a scammer. Something that's unbeknownst to you. But when we take money out of our pocket willingly or go back to the United States or to your home country and willingly fill out the immigration forms, that's not a scam, man. We're complicit in our own robbery. So you can't call it a scam, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, they're scary, but that's what my next video is going to be called. Money can't buy love in the Philippines, but it can bankrupt you, man. You know, a lot of us have low self-esteem. There's more to you than your money. She wants you for you. She, you know, good guys still win over here. They love a man with good character. K. Earl says, ask the local Filipino about the best Balikbayan boxes services in your area. They know which are reputable and which are bad. True. Oh my God. Yeah, R2 Worlds, this guy, he says, Canuck Summers, Pinoy Winners. He says, I tell my buddies at home, a 30, what's that? You got Fahrenheit and, yeah. He says a 30 C day at latitude 48 in June is 55 in the direct sun, but in the Philippines, I measured 72. Wow. In the direct sun. That direct sun is much hotter in the Philippines. It is. It absolutely is. But, you know, R2 Worlds, you're going to get an argument about that because people are always going to say, it's hotter in Texas, they said. And I'm like, you know, because a 30 degrees Celsius day at, you know, at latitude 48, he says it's 55 degrees Celsius in the direct sun. He's talking about at home. I guess he's from Canada. He said, but he measured 72 Celsius in the direct sun. It's just a hot over here. You can't. And while Kente says, Gene Chandler said, good guys only win in the movies. No, they win over here, man. I promise you, man, if you really want to attract a Filipino man, be a good guy over here. Show some good manners, show some good respect. It's not being a simp, man. You know, it's just being a decent human being. And you have women, man, crawling all over you. Pokey Bear says, Calvin, you have an email. Yeah, it's Cal, CALROACH1 at gmail.com, Pokey Bear. I'll write it down here so you can see it. There you go, Pokey Bear. But yeah, good guys win over here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I can't go out anymore by myself. And look at me, I'm 58. I'm bald because one in blogger said they don't like bald men over here. 58, I'm bald. Well, I got brown skin, chocolate brown skin. So women aren't supposed to like me over here. Man, I can't go out by myself anymore because they know me now. See, they know that I'm a good man. They know I'm not going to mistreat them. They know that they see how I take care of my woman, man. They appreciate that. And, I mean, I'm swarmed by women over here. Trust me. Hey, a girly, man. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. What's up, Alpina R? James K, Doug Carr, what's going on? Yeah, man, I want to tell y'all, it was an earthquake today in Davao Occidental. Now, that's like south of Mindanao, almost in the Sarangani province. It was a 6.1. Then they had aftershock afterwards was 5.4, but there's no threat of a tsunami. But in that area, that Davao Occidental and Oriental area, man, it's a lot of earthquakes here lately, guys. So be careful when you come over here. Make sure you check the weather wherever you're going when you get over here. Yeah, Clayton Mary says, good guys win over there and we hold the royal flush. He's right, but when you leave with your wallet, her pair of deuces, Jack High, is going to beat your royal flush. See? Yeah. Mitch, he said, sworn by women, it's like being 22 years old again. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, man, I got a good woman, and I don't want another woman, but I tell you what, if that ever to happen and we went like this, I'd have the pick of the litter, man. It's just they like character, man. It's not all about money, man. Yeah, they want a better life. Who doesn't? Jeff Dingle said that's the volcano, brother. Whatever it is, it's down that way. Well, I don't think there's a volcano down by Davao Occidental. Jojo L says it's a typhoon season all year. Well, only in certain, not yet. But you got to realize there's really two seasons with the typhoon. You got the dry and the wet season up around October to December is when you get them real bad ones. But remember, it's not one Philippines, guys. Some places in the Philippines, we don't get typhoons. We get the remnants, the after effects, the rain and stuff like that, but you don't get it. The direct hit from a typhoon. That's Central Visayas region and Central Luzon region. I'm sorry, and Eastern Visayas region. Ormoc on like Tacloban, Samar, that sort of thing. Gerald Nelson says, I look for the Sunshine Shoulder Room. Yeah, it's coming. Clayton Murray says, lead with your wallet and the pair of deuces is getting traction. Yeah, they're going to win with that. Our two worlds, Canuck Summers, Pinoy Winter says, following your bill, we'll build soon, but I'll do the electrical. They messed that up. Yeah, see, when you're over here, man, I just, I don't have any type of carpentry skills or electrical skills, anything like that. Otherwise, I probably would have more of a say in the building and everything. But, that's the thing about, we've got a good engineer. I trust him. He's reputable. Number one, this is his 20th year in the business. And when he introduced me to people who have 100 times more money than me, when they put their trust in him to build their properties and things, then hey, I'm all with him. You know, I'm 100%. I'm all in with him. You know, and you realize I got a small budget, man, and that keeps him honest. Who knows if I was going to spend $100,000 on that place, what would happen? But only $20,000. You know, there ain't a whole lot of room for scamming in there, brother. What's up, you dirty puppy? Yeah, Sam Champion. That's why I said Eastern, Central Luzon mostly get the typhoons, and then Eastern Visayas region, they get it. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's really humbling, man, because it's some beautiful young women over here, you know, and you know that they're trying, you know, when they start talking to you, you know that you're in there, because the Filipinos, they don't do that. When they said, hey, you know, Mr. Calvin, hey, the Sunshine Shoulders, you know you're in there, because they're not going to do that normally. They may like you, but you would never know it. Yeah, you dirty puppy. He said, do not listen to comments and negative comments about Filipino home construction. Every house around me, man, was constructed by Filipinos. I don't see any problem with them. And like I said, man, when he introduced us to that couple, these people are wealthy over here, you know, and they, you know, when they put their full trust in him, I mean, who am I? You know, Terry Dell said we only paid $50 for ours, Cal. We $50,000. That's a lot of money over here, Terry. Trust me. Clayton Murray said, "Yeah, you got to get your swimming pool and your conservatory out of that." This brother, you know, John Johnson, he meant well, because he lives big like that. He lives large like that. He travels all around the world. But yeah, it's going to be hard to do all that, man. At Elvin, let me see. What's the question, Elvin? I'm sorry. I've got almost 300 people on here, man. I must have missed you. Let me go back and see if I can. Let's see. Jeff Lynch said, Calvin, brother, I'm impressed how well you have done despite the Asian being biased against people with chocolate brown skin. Blessings and good luck to you. Well, see, over here in the Philippines, it's kind of different, man. You know, do you see a lot of brown people on TV? No, but I'm talking about the masses, guys. You know, you don't see a lot of brown people on TV in America. Let me remind you that people of color in Hollywood in 2019, the last time they did the survey, only 11% of the screen time and speaking roles were people of color. I mean, it's just, you know, it's not something I can't do, but, you know, I can't control that, is what I'm saying. But when you come over here in the Philippines, I can't speak for nowhere else because this is where I live, it's where I am now. Color's never been a problem for me. It's my character that Filipinos really look at. It's one of the last places on the planet, man, I promise you, where they don't care what you look like over here, man, but they care who you are. If you come over here with your bullshit, you're going to get messed up over here. You know, just come over here, be humble. Rule number one, follow rule number one, and man, you're going to live the best life you've ever had. But if you come over here thinking you're better than them and looking down on them and, you know, and all that, now you got problems. You got big problems. Yeah, you got big problems. But yeah, I've never had any problems over here with that. Yeah, the observer Melanin said money talks and no arrogance. Yeah, you know, it's an unspoken agreement, the observer Melanin. You know, it's just, you got to let people hold on to their dignity. When we come over flashing money, man, you can't do that, man. Pokebird says, I'm coming to build a little business, something to enable others. I hope it's like, you know, I don't know what kind of business you could do, but you're going to have to train them and everything like that, because that's one of the mistakes we made. One of the guys that was on that last I Married a Scam video, he was sending money over here for her to start a business. Every business she started went down the drain. You know, it takes an extraordinary person over here who has never had any business training, no management training, no accounting, anything like that, to operate a successful business. It's not going to happen. But for some reason, see, that's one of the mistakes we make. We put people up in businesses who have no business experience. We invest in businesses and the people have no experience in the business. See, Brian Nichols says she would start a sorry store. Yeah, like one of my subscribers said, you will be sorry for doing that. Alpina R says, Cal, you in the Versailles? I am. I'm in Negros Occidental, San Carlos City. It's about 4 hours north of Dumaguete City, about 2 hours east of Bacolod City, in the through the Don Salvador Mountains. Yeah, Frank Ellis said, I don't know where people get these negative ideas about the PI. I'm black and I never had any problems when I was there for those 3 years and I was in the Air Force. I mean, I wouldn't be here this long if I had a problem. The observer melanin, you know, this is my rule number one in relationships. You know, this first time I ever seen him on here, but he says, never ever send money overseas unless your children are involved. But that's about as great of an advice as anybody could ever give. But for some reason, we won't follow it. And it's a difference between helping somebody and corrupting them, man. We corrupt people. We send crazy money over here because we're thinking in terms of dollars. We're not thinking in terms of pesos. Sam Champion says, being that I am a light brown-skinned black man, I have not had any racial issues in my wife's hometown area. Once they heard about me being a black American, they embraced me like a rock star, even kids. Absolutely, and that's how it is. Filipinos, they're more mature in a lot of ways than Westerners. And that's one of the ways. Now, are they TV stars, light-skinned, damn near white, bright, and all that? Yeah, but see, that's a formula that's used all around the world. Go to India, where everybody's my color in India, but you turn on the television and you're going to see the lightest, brightest, whitest Indians. That's just a formula, man, you know, but, you know, people over here, man, I'm treated very well, man. And that's the only reason why I'm still here. If it was any other way, man, I'm not going to go any place where I'm going to be mistreated. Hell, I'm 58. I don't know how many more years I got left. To be honest with you. Hey, Seth's Travel Vlogs, I always got to ask you this. Is this you or your husband? She's got a growing vlog, everybody. Let's give her some support. She has something I don't have. She has beautiful Filipinas on her channel, and I don't. But on the serious tip, man, yeah, let's give her some support. Go and check her out, man. Subscribe to her channel. She can answer questions I can't answer. Terry says, I love the price, the tax included prices there. Me too. You get what you pay for. If you see something that's 200 pesos, that's what you pay. Jojo L says, do you get together often with expats in the area? What are common concerns with living there? I don't, not really. John was the only one I really used to get, with, because I don't see a lot of them. Now, I've got an expat that lives next door to me, but he never, we never really talk. I speak to him and stuff like that. I think he's from Australia. But I did see that he plays tennis, which I'd like to talk to him about that. The Observer Maryland says, now I've been to the Philippines many times in Calvin. They do bleach their skin with soaps and lotions. Yeah, some of them do, but not all of them. There's a movement now, to be proud of your brown skin over here. And let's face it, a lot of people can't afford that stuff. It's a big business, yeah. But I think people are starting to come to the reality that bleaching your skin doesn't change your character, doesn't make you any smarter, And remember, you gotta use a lot. This society is very competitive, so bleaching your skin may be that little advantage to get you that job, So we got to kind of understand it from that perspective too. But I wouldn't be here, man, if I wasn't treated well. If what they said about a lot of things, no, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, Brian Nichols said Morena Power. Yeah, they're starting to. Well, not starting to. They've been that way, man. And then Duterte's one of the guys. He preaches that. It's just, a lot of people over here, they can't afford that stuff, man. And then to get the real when you see, and I say this all the time, when you see a white Filipino, it's going to shock you just as much as if you would see a black Chinese. I mean, it looks weird, man, because they're whiter than white people. White people aren't white. But when you use that glutathione and the drips and all that soap and all that stuff, you become white. And then, it's messing with your liver. It has some long-term effects, man. Don't do it. But coming as a black man in America, I'm going to tell you something. I know the history. We used to do it too because it was an advantage for us. Alpina R, thanks for that super sticker. And because light-skinned black people were looked upon more favorably than brown skin. And it's just something that, even to this day, it kind of looks like that. But yeah, they're very pale, man. I'm telling you. When you can't hide that. Pokebird says, yeah, the bleaching cream. Yeah, some people use that over here. And everybody has their preferences. That's why I did that video. Filipinos prefer white men. I was dispelling that rumor, that myth. It's a myth. But at the same time, some Filipinos, they do prefer white men. So what? I mean, that's their preference. We can't take that from them. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their preference. Sun Moon says, Bacolod a good city for expats. It is. Now, coming from somewhere like San Carlos City to Bacolod, you're going to see a lot more crime in Bacolod because it's an urban city, but it's good. You got the infrastructure there for the internet, the big malls, everything that you're used to at home. Yes, I like Bacolod. I go there as much as I can. In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to go back to do my to renew my visa. Hey, Balut John, good to see you. Jojo L said a few Pinoys that prefer Pinoys. No, the overwhelming majority of Filipinos, they want a Filipino man. Okay, they don't want a foreigner. They don't trust us. We don't have anything in common with them. And the overwhelming majority, it's no different here than it is anywhere else. Most American women marry American men. They want American men. It's no Um, it's no big deal, but yeah, every Filipino doesn't want a foreigner. Majority of them want Filipinos. They go to bed at night dreaming of Coco Martin, Daniel Padilla. Pokebird said, "What is the vlog channel?" It's Cess Travel Vlog, CESS Travel Vlog. I think she's down there in. I'm online, sir. I don't think coffee. Hold on, Hun. Wait. Yep. Bring us. See if you got some. Do we got anything? Coffee or something? See what he wants. What's he asking? What's he asking? Coffee? Okay. Yeah, he wants some coffee. Yeah, they go to bed dreaming of those guys, not of us. Yeah, you dirty puppy says St. Carlos City does not have a lot of expats. Most are old. Yeah, you're right. Hey, what's up, Christopher Wolfgang? Good to see you back, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Carlos Martinez, good to see you, man. Yeah, Michael Jackson had that stuff done to him. Well, they said he had the skin disease. AC King said Dr. Fred Palmer skin whitener was advertised in the black pages of Ebony and Jet magazine in the 60s. Yeah. Christina Sampson, hey, how you doing? Yeah, and one of the first women millionaires in the United States was Madam C.J. Walker, and she made her fortune off of that. The straightening comb to make your hair kinky to straight. Pokebird says, "What can you list? List that? Oh, okay, wait. Is that what you're talking about? The Cess Travel Vlogs? Is that what you're saying to do that? Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah, Cess Travel Vlogs. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Sam Champion said, Calvin, I don't think this skin bleaching product is still on the market, but growing up, there used to be radio commercials for Ultra Bleach and Glow skin whitening cream. I'm 63 years old, still remember. Yeah, I remember that. But perms are still big. Remember, black men used to wear perms. We would, not me, but we would, hell, you'd have like Cat, what's his name? Cat, the comedian. How his hair is, we call them perms. Hey, Christopher Wolfgang, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm headed to Germany next month to check some traps. When things are good, I'm coming your way. All right, brother. I got a brother-in-law who lived in Germany, man. Mannheim, Germany. Am I correct with that, Wolfgang? For 17 years, he recently moved back to the States. Thanks for that super chat. K. Earl said the true Madam C.J. Walker Theater is here in India. Yeah, but we used to do that. You put the hot comb, yeah, Cat Williams, on the stove, man. And I tell you what, they burn people's necks. And yeah, my brother, man, had it done one time. The Jerry curl, all of that. Hold on, sir. She's going to get him some coffee, guys. Richard Pryor. Hold on, let me see, because he's standing from my gate. Hold on. How you gonna make it? How you want to drink it? Yeah. If you want coffee. This is what you want? Coffee? Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, he wanted a cup of coffee, guys. Love Beat Muse says, yeah, it was lied that they straightened hair. Yeah, but they still do it today. They call it let me see what they call it, because my girlfriend, her daughter just got it done. They call it what y'all call it when you get your hair straightened over here? A rebond. Yeah, they call it rebond over here. Yeah. Pokebird said that was a shiznit. Jerry curl. See, I couldn't do it. My hair wouldn't take. I wasted money one time. I was in the Navy, stationed down there in Memphis, Tennessee. Let them women put that in my hair. I didn't need it. My hair was curly already. A girly man, thanks for that super chat. He said, how hard is it to get around the Philippines if you're fat, and how would the locals treat you? You're not even going to get a second look, really, man. You know, I'm telling you that 18 to 80 blind, crippling, crazy, they're going to accept you over here. It's not hard to get around now. You're going to have a hard time getting into these tricycles and pedicabs, but they've got taxi cabs and different things like that, buses, you know. But what do you mean fat? Do you mean obese? I mean, fat? I don't understand. What do you mean? Simply Aka says, I always hope my Filipino finds a great husband. And one thing they don't want to hear, they can become victims of life insurance. Same as a foreigner who married a Filipino without doing any research. Yeah, you got to be careful, guys. You know, it's all about character over here. And I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but it's true, man. Clayton Mary says, I don't know what we can do with your hair now, Cal. It's starting to grow. Not right now, because I just got it. She just shaved it yesterday, but it's starting to grow back to here. You know, I look like a little Sambo if I let it grow, but I'm not going to do it. Rudy A said, Calvin, most of the houses have bars on the windows to the houses. Are you going to put them in your new houses? I think that's old-fashioned. No, but I am going to put up a wall. Remember, guys, that over here is you got to keep an honest man honest over here. We haven't had anybody try to break in, but you just keep an honest man honest. If you don't use the security, I'm in the Philippines, so I'm going to do what the Filipino does. If he's got bars on his windows, then more than likely, I'm going to put them on, man. If he has a big wall around, a big fence like across the street with barbed wire and stuff, I'm going to do it too. They know more than I do. So, yeah. Because remember, guys, we're not in your home country. It may be seen as one thing over there, but another thing over here. Hey, Jay Ben Cheney says Colombian coffee. Now, they've got good coffee in the Philippines. When you come over here, if you're a coffee drinker like me, try the native coffee, man. It's really good. And it's a growing fad over here now. You see a lot of shops over here. Now, the Philippines now versus the Philippines pre-pandemic, it's totally different, man. This is not the Philippines now that I grew in love with, that I fell in love with, rather. Because we're really in a stay-in-place order, really, unless now there is some good news for fully vaccinated people here. It's loosening up. They can basically travel anywhere now. And it's up to the LGUs, the local government officials in each city, whether or not to require swab tests or not. But most of them, if you're fully vaccinated here, you can go just about anywhere now. Simply, I could say, Cal, does your contractor have a website? I'm going to ask him that. That's a good question. But he is going to give me his information. I'm going to go by there today, and whatever information he gives me, I'm going to put it in the I'll put it on my community page. Yeah, Mitch, she says an American coffee holic. Yeah, the Philippines has good coffee. Yeah. And they've got good instant coffee. They've got a 3-in-1. It's just too sweet for me now. Pokey Bear says, can my vaccination shot be acceptable there? Probably, yeah. I'm almost sure. You're going to need that to get over here when it opens, Pokey Bear. K. Earls, thanks for the super chat. He said, we are all from the same family, separated by many generations and languages now. Absolutely. It's true. You know, you would think, man, that in this age of information, that something like race still has attraction, but it does, man, you know. And I was watching something on Facebook on Frontline, how fake news is used on Facebook. When you tell a lie over and over and over, and then you direct it toward people who tend to believe that lie, then it gets traction. But normal people don't believe in that fake news like race. Race is fake news, man. You dirty puppy, says that Terry Dale, owning a big dog requires space. Not an option for dog lovers. Yeah, it's now if I lived in the province, up in the mountains, I would have a dog. But where I live now, you can see, man, I don't have much room. I wouldn't have a dog, believe it or not. Sam Champion, Calvin, I sent John a small box with seasonings via USPS, 3 T-shirts for you and a stuffed animal toy for your daughter. There may be a small customs fee when he receives it within the next week or two. Yeah, it is going to be. The guy who sent me that shirt, I paid like 150 pesos or something like that. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Those shirts, man, they talked about them. They said, oh, they look like Walmart specials, man. I might as well bought that off Rodeo Drive, because trying to find something like that over here, you're not going to get it. Okay, Simply Acker said, awesome. I will need one soon. Yeah, whatever information. Now, he operates mostly in this Negros Occidental area, but I don't know. Maybe he will, come to you wherever you are. Where are you originally from, Ackers? Jay White says, are they laying rebar in your house? Yeah, they've already did it. They're today when I go over there, because they've already dug the holes in the trenches. They've got them set. Now I think the next thing is to fill that in with concrete, if I'm not mistaken. They're probably going to do that today. Cal Dedman said, that's the way my house is, barbed wire on the wall. Yeah, and I'm going to do it too, because they do it over here. I mean, in Rome, you do as Romans do. But Cal Dedman, you got a McMansion. I don't. I wish you'd put a picture on here of your house, man. It's nice. See, he's a baller. I'm not. I'm still crawling over here. He's a baller. He's balling. I'm crawling. Hey, Karan Tuck, he said, good morning, Calvin. Be careful not to drink too much of that good coffee. Oh, yeah. I drink 1 or 2 cups in the morning. That's it. Yeah, he says it calcify your pineal gland. Yeah, I know what that is in my brain. It puts me back to sleep. I ain't trying to go back to sleep. Inspired by Mobster said, what do you think is the biggest difference between Western women and Filipino? Love your channel. Western women, they want to be men, really. Men and women are equal. Don't forget this, guys. Don't miss this. But we're not the same. And Western women are a lot of them now are so, what I want to say, they're so busy trying to do everything a man can do. Oh, I can do everything you can do. If you can do it, well, let me do it. And that creates problems, man, because they're not men. If I wanted a man, I would have married a man. I want a woman. And Filipinos here, they're feminine, and they don't have a problem with that. They're proud of that. They don't have a problem being a woman. There's nothing wrong with being a woman, but for some reason over there, they think there's a woman, being a woman makes you inferior. It doesn't. Christina Sampson said, yes, Cal, that is the next step. Carlos M says, can you build a house without permission? No, you better not try to do that. Yeah, Mr. Chip, yeah, that competitiveness. And remember, I've got 4 adult daughters over there, and I would not restrict them or limit them to do anything. But, you know, you're not a man, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, with being a woman. But I don't want a man. I don't want all that confrontation, because they're very confrontational, you know. And that's the problem me and my first wife had. We were together for 18 years, man. That's a successful marriage. I mean, just because it ended doesn't mean that it was a bad marriage or that it failed. 18 years, man, hell, it's the same amount of time that I was an insurance agent. But that's where our problems came in, you know. There's nothing wrong. If I'm paying all the bills, if I'm, you know, taking care of everything, I'm going to be the president. There's nothing wrong with you being the vice president. Now, if you want to pay all the bills and take care of everything, then okay, you be the president. I'll gladly take the president. Be the vice president, brother. Hey, Larry, thanks for that super sticker, man. Call me after this too. Kid Carib says, hey, Calvin, thanks for sharing your home construction with us. Very interesting. On a note, how's John doing? Oh, John's doing pretty good. John's always doing good. Hell, I haven't rode in his car yet, but that's okay. Rick 5014 says, it's true that a Filipino has a hard time getting out of her country. Yes. It's not just a Filipino, but a Filipinos too. Somebody has to run the Philippines, guys. Remember, 10% of Filipinos are working outside the country, living outside the country as OFWs. They're really true heroes. I don't use that word lightly. They remit 10% of the GDP over here, man. They carry a big stick, man. They walk lightly, but they carry a big stick, man. They send a lot of money back here. And it helps keep this country afloat, man. But yeah, it's hard to get out of here without some type of work, visa, or something like that, you know. But you're not going to get, it's hard to get a tourist visa. You better have some solid connects to this country. A nice house, money in the bank, influential friends, yeah. Yeah, Will Rose, I say I wear the Fruit of the Looms. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And see, that's the big difference. Philippines, they don't mind that. You know, there's clear, distinct roles over here. I like that, man. I want to know my role. Because when it's too cloudy and you don't know your role, that's when you start the problems, man. Yeah, Pokebird says, I'm thinking of discovering Hinagaran. Have you been there? I have. If you're thinking about the one that's in Bohol, is that what you're talking about? Joe Manuel says, Calvin, what type of visa are you on there, considering the SRV? Oh, you're considering the SRV? I'm on a tourist, and that's good enough for me. People always ask me, oh, why don't you get this visa? Why don't you give it that? No, I love my freedom. This tourist visa over here, man, is about as good as it gets. I can stay over here for 3 years, leave for 1 day and come back, you know, and start the 3 years over, man. It don't get no better than that. I don't want to be tying, you know, remember I came over here for my freedom, man. I didn't come over here to get tied up again. My money's tied up. See, because a lot of these visas, man, they hold your money and your deposit. Hey, thanks, Kid Karib. Thanks for that super sticker. I don't want that. You know, if I want to pull up roots and try Vietnam or something like that, I want to be able to do that. Or Thailand or something like that. Albert Young says, my Filipinos OFW, she works her butt off. Yeah. They are true heroes, man. I promise you, man. Imagine you have to leave your country to get a job and take care of your family, man. I got big respect for them. The only thing I would kind of liken it to would be the military in America, because a lot of us, like me, I joined the military really for a job, man. You know, it became something else once I got in there and everything. But yeah, man, these OFWs, man, you talking about sacrifice. It's really something, man. Karan Tucker said, hey, Calvin, Western women want to be men and Western men want to be women. It's the estrogen, the soy, the food, the water, even the dyes in the clothes turning everyone gay. Yeah, because I don't have a problem with being gay. That's not what I'm saying, but it's just people don't know their role. You know, even same-sex couples, they have their roles, you know. Yardy Cole says, how often do you have to report to immigration? I report every 2 months. It gives me my freedom, man. And a young Swiss guy who lives down in Dumagetti, he ran the numbers. He said it's cheaper. But then he made a great point. He said anything can happen in 6 months. Some of my friends who do the 6 months, they've left money on the table because they've had to go home. Certain things came up. And once you pay that money, you don't get it back. So I do it every 2 months. Smoky Mountain Marlin said, Calvin, do you think the tourist visa will change for the worse after Philippines open back up? No. As a matter of fact, it changed for the best. When I first started coming over here, Smoky Mountain Modeler, in 2009, it was only 18 months. Then you had to leave and come back. They extended it. It's called the long-term stay visa. Alpina R said, Calvin, what branch were you in? U.S. Navy, 1981 to 1985. Kenneth McEastland says the people my girl works for in Jordan, they don't want to let her go. And that's what happens a lot of times. They find a good worker, a good Filipino, and they don't want to let them go. And see, the crazy thing about it, a lot of these countries, when you go there, they take their passports from them, you know, because they like have a 2 or 3 year contract or whatever. But remember, when you hear about these green lane tourism and all that kind of stuff, see, the OFW and the returning Filipinos from abroad, they figure into all of this because these hotels are being used as quarantine facilities. And when you remember, that's 10 million people, 11 million OFWs. That's more people than there are foreign visitors. 8.2 million in 2019. So it's more of them, and they're going to get precedence to those rooms. So if there's no hotel rooms for you to come into, that's going to delay the opening of the Philippines. What's going on, Ron Bizzle? Yeah, Frank Ellis says a lot of these Filipino OFWs have college degrees doing housekeeping work. It's really sad. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, man. And see, that's what I'm saying. They've got dignity. They don't mind, you know, doing that if it's going to help them take care of their families, if it's going to, you know, put somebody through college, make a better life over here for them. Belizean Elvin says, imagine leaving your children for a 5-year contract and never know whenever you're coming back home. It's not easy. No, these people are really, really at the top of the chain here in the Philippines, as far as I'm concerned, because I couldn't imagine doing that. MJB in the P2B says, I heard President Duterte wants to be vice president after term is up. I read something about that in the paper, but I don't discuss that really. Okay, take care, Simply. I got about 15 more minutes. Hey, guys, let's hit the thumbs up, guys. Y'all know that helps me. One of my subscribers wanted me to mention this to everybody. Okay, you know how y'all guys give me a hard time when I say, hey, when you come over here, go to the doctor with the young lady, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. You know. Well, he said this. He said he's paid for 15 Filipinos to be examined, and 10 have come back with UTI infections and warts. Now, what is that saying? I don't know. He said that comes from unprotected sex, but he said it's important that you do that. He said he spent $1,200 US on that. Now, I don't know. I don't have that kind of money, but I do have 500 pesos. But yeah, he said of the 15 that he had examined, because he does that. Because when I first mentioned it, he was one of the backers. He said, yeah, it's important, but we don't seem to think it's important. Kiko says OFWs come back to fields with a new mindset when they experience how people live in a working mindset of other cultures, like, say, Singapore. Yeah. And one guy came to my, because a lot of times, Filipinos, they will misinterpret what I'm saying. But he came to my defense. He was OFW. He said, Calvin, what you're doing is no different than the orientation that we have before we go to our host countries. They do exactly what you do. They tell us the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs of the cultures and everything. Arpina R says 10 out of 15. Yeah. And this guy's, he's legit. But he says, from unprotected sex. He says, so, a lot of times you have to be careful. He said, because, I told you the Filipino man, he's the true player over here. It's not the foreigner. Yeah, Mr. Shep. He said, man, I'll pay whatever it costs to avoid warts. But we don't do it, guys. We come right over here, get right off the plane, because we got hot pants syndrome. That's what I deem it. That's what I call it. And it's true. The minute we get here, it's like our pants on fire. We take them off. We're ready to jump into bed with somebody. We don't know people. We give people a pass over here, and it's not true, man. Pokey Bear says, yeah, I've chatted with OFWs that had their passport taken. Yeah, because it's a way for them to make sure that the host gets their money worth, because they pay these agencies up front. Clayton Murray says, wow, 10 out of 15 came back with something. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm more amazed at the percent or the number he sent to the doctor. That's due diligence, my man. Yeah, he's legit, though, but he's got that kind of money. I don't, but I've got enough for one to take to the doctor, the one that you come over here to see. Mr. Chip says, no glove, no love, man. Yeah, Yeah, see, Pokey Bear is on to something. He says, I'm going to the university and to the sales clerks. Because when you get a job over here, you have to go get a physical and see. So they vet you. They vet them already. See. Thanks, MJB and the P2B for that super chat. He said, right on, Kuya. Kuya. I really appreciate it. And that just means brother over here. Like we say, what's up, brother? In America, they say, what's up, Kuya? It's a sign of respect over here. But yeah, guys, it's very important that, you go to the doctor and you take her to the doctor. Are you going to end up with some surprises? That story that I told you about the lady, it showed her character, because when he came over to see her, she was already pregnant. She could have easily said, hey, that's your baby, but she didn't. She just hid it from him. because he didn't know. 50 pesos for a pregnancy test, it's nothing. Clayton Murray says, "What's the cure for hot pants syndrome?" I tell you what, he said, Dr. Gibbs will fail. We have it, and it's something you want to get rid of before you get over here, man. Get treated for that hot pants syndrome. Alpina R says, yeah, my wife worked as a call center. Those are good jobs over here if you work in a call center. And they're all over now. They got a big call center in Dumaguete. I didn't even know it. Yeah, MGJB and the P2P. Some foreigners are called mongrels, yeah, especially the sex pets, yeah. But see, here's the thing. You can't look at, we're all put in the same basket, all right? Because you can't look at a foreigner and say if he's a sex pet or not. So they label us all sex. That's why your character is so important over here, see? Because that's the only way you're going to dispel that. It's your character, because they can't look at you and say, oh, he's a good guy or a bad guy. It's going to be your actions. Hello. He said, Joshua Mason said, what all did they have? He said, they had UTI infections and warts. That's just all he said. Texas has always said positivity goes a long way in honesty. Yeah, see, that's how they'll know. And then when you get around and they get to know you, they're going to know that you're not one of those. See, that you're decent. Jim Kenorius is a corn speckled turd, boar punched, and of tiny stuck to your underwear is no laughing matter. Explain that to me. I'm from the old school. A lot of that stuff, man, you guys, goes over my head. Jason Will says, if you want to find an educated Filipino and alternative ways to look at online job sites, they post their picture and IQ. You won't know if they're single, though. But see, most of the women you meet over here, a lot of them, are going to be college educated. But that doesn't, that doesn't prove anything. There's no guarantees over here. The only guarantee is to take your time and get to know the lady. See? Alex Lex says, would you take the Chinese vaccine? I would. This coronavirus, this coronavac, I would. They've got a coronavac. It's the other Sinovac. It's not the original Sinovac. This coronavac is very good. Jeff Lynch says, you know anything about Cagayan de Oro and Mindanao? I do. It's a nice place, and you'll be okay. Be careful when you go up in that Bukidnon area, but, nothing's going to happen to you, but just be careful. I went up, they took me up there to that pineapple plantation. Man, it's nice up there. Yeah, but Cagayan de Oro, you're going to like that place. Pre-pandemic, they used to have a real nice night market. I mean, they have live bands, food. All the beautiful people come out. It's really nice, but of course now they don't. Yeah, MJB to the P2B. We just have hot pants syndrome, though. We don't want to take time. He said, damn, how careless can a person be about seeing a doctor to see if you have something serious? Yeah, but see, we're too much in a hurry. And that's always going to get you in trouble. Always be prepared, what Jeff says. Thanks again for sharing. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You Dirty Puppy says, Mr. Chef, if you're a good man, you will be a rock star in SCC in St. Carlos City. No, what's that mean? Texas has always said the best place for good women is Mercury Pharmacy. But they're really all around, really, if you get to know them. You know, you can't look at somebody and say if they're good or bad. But we only fools rush in, remember. Alex Lex says, do you have to pay for the vaccine since you are a foreigner? No. It's free. John already took his first one. It's free. It's an agreement that they've had with the U.S. Embassy. What's the best medical to get for expats? What do you mean as far as what, Frank Westry? A medical insurance? I would, if you're an expat over here, I would at least have field health, because it's going to help you with the inpatient care. Outpatient care is cheap and affordable here. That would be the base that I would have. Now, if I were you, I would look for some companies some insurance companies that are accepted in the Philippines, and then I would try to have the agent cater a plan for you. Make sure you got inpatient care, because outpatient care is evacuation, of course, emergency, and COVID. You don't have to have everything, because if you have everything on there, it's going to be expensive. But, insurance is very, very important. So if you got to pay $300 a month, so what? Put that in your budget. Yeah, Frank Wesley, yeah. I would at least, now, you're going to qualify for that universal health care, which is field health. Once you're here 59 consecutive days and you get that ACR card, which is it's your alien registration card. Zorba Dundee said, my doctor said wait until the third year for the vaccine. He refuses to give it to anyone. Maybe that's why y'all having them big spikes over there, Zorba. I'm going to take it. I'm not afraid of vaccines. I've been taking them my whole life. It doesn't take long, Carlos L. Probably the same day or the next day. Alex Lex said the Filipinos discriminate against African Americans. No, we already had that discussion. I'm here now. I wouldn't be here if they did. I don't know what you mean discriminate. I'm not applying for jobs over here or anything like that. They definitely aren't afraid of me. They ask, I get approached a lot because, remember, Filipinos, they love music and they love sports, so they always going to be intrigued by African Americans just for those two reasons right there. A lot of their idols, are black. Kobe Bryant, there was nobody bigger in Asia than Kobe Bryant ever. Michael Jordan didn't even approach. Man, Kobe Bryant was like the Muhammad Ali of Asia, man. He was huge over here. That's just how it is, man. One taxi driver asked me one time, he said, did I know Kobe Bryant? He was dead serious too. Because most of the people, they never met a black American in person. They only see him on TV. Michael Jackson, LeBron James now. They like Stephon Curry over here. MJB says, yeah, and some of the music I heard some of them listen to was vulgar. Yeah, Albert Young, remember the Thrill in Manila? It was big. It just goes to show you, man, the amount of money that Ferdinand Marcos had. Now imagine this in 1975, he paid $10 million to bring that fight to Manila, man. That's not true, Rich J. I'm not even going to address that. James Thomas said, yeah, don't forget Tiger Woods. Yeah, Frank Ellis, tell him we're not in America anymore. Yeah, race is so antiquated now, man. I mean, it's 2021. If you think your skin color makes you more entitled, makes you more intelligent, and all of that, man, come on. That's a mental illness, you know, issue. Hey, Hobo Hero, what's going on? Mr. Shep said, Cal, if you were in your early 30s, would you choose a bachelor life or one Filipino still? That's a good question, but probably one because the cultures over here are so thick. It's like I did a video on that. It was called "A Good Filipina is as good as it gets over here." You're just going to be jumping from one woman to the next. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but it's not going to make it any better, to be honest with you. They're just going to have a different face, basically. You're going to get the same person, man. She's still going to eat rice with her hands. She's still going to eat dried fish and shrimp paste, But as far as the freedom, yeah, because, a lot of guys don't want to be tied down with one woman because I'm going to tell you, man, they're going to be on you like white on rice over here. And that's because of the control issues that all women have, not just Filipinos. Pokebird said, Calvin, it's good you are there. The divide is real here. Well, it's always been there. Mark Richards said, are you going to have John back on your channel soon? I don't know about soon, but whenever John wants to come over on my channel, he can. He's always welcome on my channel. We just don't have a show anymore. Brian Nichols said variety. Yeah. See, some guys like that variety, and some people don't want to be tied down. But I've discovered, that, I tried it before. See, a lot of my experiences, a lot of mistakes I made, they become my secrets, and I share them with y'all. I had 3 women at one time. I had 2 that I was going back and forth, and they knew about each other. But, that was in my earlier days, man. And, now I don't see it like that. D. Gordon says there are plenty of American women walking around with STDs previously. They just have the access to care. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, rice is white, you dirty puppy. It's like white on rice, yeah. Jeffrey Taylor said, what happened to the Sun and Moon show? We just, just thought to, stop it for a little while. Richard Al said, do they have black rice in the Philippines? They got brown rice now. David Jones said, hey, Calvin, do you get UFC in the Philippines? Yes. And sometimes if you're down in Manila, you can go to see it live, MMA and UFC like that. Yeah, Mitch. He said a lot of my experiences from mistakes I made. Laugh out loud, preach, brother, the human condition. Yeah, and that's what I give you. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not, an expert on the Philippines or anything. I just give you my experiences, man. And that's been since day one. So don't ever get lost on that, guys. I'm not, whenever I talk about something, it's something I done been through, I experienced, or I'm living right now. Alex Lex says, I guess you have a fetish for Asians. No. Have you been in a relationship with an African-American woman? Yeah, I was married for 18 years. I've got 4 beautiful black women, man. Come on, guys. Let's get off this race stuff, man. I don't like it on my channel. I mean, it's so, it's 2021, guys, Cal Devin says, guys, if you want to watch the UFC right now, go to strikeout.nu. Enjoy. Hey, thanks for that. Is that for free, Cal? Adam Chenoweth said Calvin's like Chuck D and John's like Flavor Flav. Calvin is serious, John is comic relief. It was a good show. Yeah, it was, man. And I wish that it would have lasted, but you know. Sam Champ said, Calvin, did you set a special milestone for when you reach 20,000 subscribers? You are on the hill of 20,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm going to give away, you know, on my Facebook channel. If you've never been to my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page, man, go there, man. It's dedicated to helping Filipinos during the pandemic. I'm going to give away 10,000 pesos out of my pocket. I'm going to spin the wheel 10 times and give $1,000 to 10 of my lucky Filipino subscribers, because I never imagined reaching 20,000, especially not so fast. Sam Champion, you have to understand, my channel is 10 months old. It's but I actually started my Facebook page 1 year ago this month. It's going on 11 months, but I think I made my first video, I think it was July 26th. So I'm almost at 1 year. But yeah, I'm going to do something special for my Filipino subscribers. I mean, but I owe it all to you guys, my viewers and subscribers. Without y'all, I'm still just talking into the universe. Remember, it caught traction because I'm just a regular guy like y'all, and y'all can see yourself in me. But yeah, man, you know, I'm right there at 20,000 almost, man. I mean, I'm just so thankful, man. Hey, Alex, Lex, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna put you off my channel. You keep talking about this racial stuff. I don't want to talk about it, man. You know, don't bring that on my channel, man. It has nothing to do with that. You know, you see me sitting here. I'm a black man in the Philippines. That ought to tell you enough. Okay, I think you a troll, man. You keep it up, I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm just seriously, man. Hey, Jose Valenzuela, Villanova. I'm sorry, Villanova. I'm sorry, brother. Thanks for the live. You said they called you V. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying, Alex, we don't discuss race on this channel. Race, religion, politics, and sports. We try to stay away from that. Things that are going to divide us. Let's talk about things that's going to bring us together. Things that are going to help you. Value Travel says, Calvin, have you thought what to do about those cows in front of your new house? Well, see, because I don't own all that land, you know, they bring those cows in there. I guess they have the permission of the owner, Value Travel, to bring those cows over there. You know, would I rather have the cows? I think once that house is built, they usually are down at that other end. Remember, they were taking them. They were feeding on my land, actually. So now that the house is going up, they're going to go on down more to the right where that big open field is. So I think that I'm not going to have a problem with it. But I think I'd rather have them than the roosters. Oh, man. Mr. Chef said people gravitate to real and honest content. Yeah, and that's what I want to do. You know, that's what I try to tell new vloggers, man. You know, talk about something that you can really be honest and open about, that you're passionate about. And, you know, I just wanted to give, it was not, that's the reason I started talking about the things I talked about. I looked around on YouTube in the Philippine genre, and there was nobody talking to the average man about what it's really like to live over here, especially to people who've never been over here before. You'll be shocked how little we know about the Philippines, man. It's mainly bar girls and poverty. That's it, man. It's a lot more to this place. Hey, thank you, Ed from Queens, for the super chat. He said, I am Jewish and cannot believe how racist people are still making remarks. I hate racists. God bless you. I help someone every day because of you. Thank you, Ed, man. You know, I don't understand it either. And I won't bring it on my channel, man. You know, I fought the Ku Klux Klan as a 7th grader, man, just to go to school every day. I don't want to be over here in the Philippines at 58 years old reliving that stuff, man. I'm sorry. If you think in 2021 that your color makes you more intelligent, more entitled, better than, then as far as I'm concerned, that's a mental health issue. You know, and you need to see a mental health provider for it, man. But don't bring it on here. Mel A says, are they real women or cows? No, they're cows for real. Let's see. Let's see what he said. Richard Howe. Oh, yeah, Cal Damon, he's gone. Yeah, he's trying to start trouble. I don't want that, man. Hey, Mark D, he says, hi, hello, thank you for your channel from Massachusetts. Hey, I appreciate you, Mark. I was in the Tall Ships Festival when I was in the Navy. We poured into Boston, Massachusetts for that. And I enjoyed myself, man. I met a nice sister from Jamaica. She gave me some of that Jamaican rum. They call it Truth Serum, man. I tell you what, I don't remember how I got back. She lived in Dorchester or the other neighborhood. And, man, we had a great time, man. But she had some of this rum from Jamaica, man. I tell you what, she called it Truth Serum, man. I don't remember getting back. I just remember waking up in my bunk on the ship. Mark Meany says, do you need a Walmart or Target in the Philippines? Do you miss it? Oh, absolutely miss Walmart. Yeah, Albert Young. He said, yeah, if you're going to race bait, leave. You're right. Yeah, I miss Walmart. Walmart's one of the things I miss. Another thing I miss is the libraries. Not library, it's library. That's another thing I miss, guys, because I love to read. Jason Will says, Calvin, I saw a video of you singing, but it's muted now. Do you enjoy karaoke that? Not really. Now, it was muted because the young lady, see, when you do a song by somebody else, you have to put it in there. I don't own the copyright to the music, just like on Facebook. Otherwise, they're going to mute it. But it was a song, you know, your song by Elton John. I don't like karaoke because I'm shy. I'm bashful, man, over here. But I love to sing. And you can go on my channel. I've got several songs where I'm singing. But karaoke, man, I get nervous, you know. But it's more than a pastime over here, guys. It's a part of their life over here, you know. Yeah, Roxbury, Mark D. That's where it was. That's where she lived. And yeah, I get afraid, man. And you know, I climb up. I did sing one time at the beach. J.H. said, please don't ever interview the P. I don't think she wants to interview. I don't think she wants, you know, because I'm going to be honest with you, man. She's like, here's her last videos, man. Hell, look, she's been watching my channel. I take it as a compliment, and I really don't care. She's got a big channel, man. She's very, very successful, man. If I could get up to 75,000, that's where she is, man. I mean, no matter what she has to, whatever video she makes, you know, it gets plenty of views. It's more about content for me, man. It's not about views. I promise you, man. Carl Vaughn said my fiance family made me do karaoke. Yeah, they will. They'll pressure you, and because you know they think we can sing. You know, Americans, they want to hear you, and really they don't care. They're not even paying you attention. Jose Villanova, is that how you pronounce it? He said, yeah, many people call me V because it's easy to say and don't get tongue twisted. Yeah, because every time I see it, when I see your name, Jose Villanova, I think of Jose Valenzuela. Remember the picture? You dirty puppy said Calvin has secret life of a drunken karaoke singer. Man, karaoke's big over here. It's growing again in America. Mark Ratner says, I love to sing as long as no one's within a country mile of me. But they say sing as if nobody's listening and dance as if nobody's watching. That's the way you live your life. I don't fool with that coconut wine, man. No, Anwar Kente, I don't have any issues with Pete. I didn't say that. It's just that Mark Ratner said not trying to be a hater, but don't really care for her channel. And, it's just that, remember, people don't care for my channel. It's a smorgasbord. You take a little bit here. And remember, YouTube, you can always change the channel, guys. That's all. Yeah, Jason Will, it's true. He said Filipinos don't really care if you can sing or not. They just want you to join in. That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah, guys, don't get the wrong impression, man. We don't hate on the P on my channel. I'm a supporter of any vlogger, especially if it's in the Philippine genre. That's not what he's saying. He's saying just don't do it. Because, we're different sides of the same coin, really. Okay, Carlos F. He said, I'm interested in your contractor's info. After this, I'm going to go over there, and he should be over there today. And I'll get whatever information I can. I've got some coconut milk in here, coconut juice, but it's not milk, guys. You'll be shocked. The coconut juice is clear. It looks like water, but I can only drink it when it's cold, and it's sitting in there getting cold now. But you don't want to let it get too old because it'll taste sour. That's when you know it's not fresh. Sam Champion said, Calvin, your channel's content is much better than any other YouTube Philippine bloggers. Thank you, man. I take that as a compliment. And I'm not competing because I'm just giving you my boots on the ground experience, the way I see it, to be honest with you. Zen and Awesome said, I watched P, Sunshine Shoulders, Paul Old Dog New Tricks, and the guy that did an interview with Cal himself, Vagabond Awakes. Yeah. Those are great channels, man. It's a lot of great channels, man. And I would encourage you to watch them and to support them because no one channel is going to have it all. It's too much, man, to know about the Philippines. I just try to give it to you from the nitty gritty, a real perspective, man. I don't have drones and all that stuff. I don't have bikini clad women because all that's over here. I just don't want you to get blindsided over here. We know very little about the Philippines. Westerners do. You'll be shocked, man, at how little we know about the Philippines. And I just give you some information. Yeah, Paul Smith. Stop trying to bait me. He said, you like whom you like. It's a free society. Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, Texas Zoid. Coconut water is so delicious. It is. I love it, man, especially after you work out. Because a lot of places like in Cebu, they'll be selling it, fresh coconut water, cold. After you get through working out, man, you drink that, man. Oh, my God. Hey, thanks, you dirty Popey, for that super chat. He said, here's dinner on me at Mr. C's restaurant in San Carlos City. My wife and kids love it. Where is that located, you dirty puppy? I asked my wife. Thank you, man, for that. Zen and Awesome says, have you ever seen Philly in the Philippines Cap? Yeah, I used to watch him early on. Frank Ellis said, people don't like Rike. I like him. He gives a lot of information. I followed Rike too. I like him. Like I said, guys, I don't understand, if you don't like somebody, just turn the channel. Don't attack them. Rike is one of the original guys, man. I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to support any vlogger because it's not easy, guys. We see people on here, and it looks like it's easy. You try to come up with content. I do it every day because I love to do it. I love to help people, man. And there's so much to talk about over here. I could do 3 videos a day on the Philippines and not even scratch the surface, guys. Hey, Rams and Dodgers fan, he said, Calvin, you said on videos that you like Cebu. Are there neighborhoods like yours in Cebu for good prices rather than the high-rise condos? Yeah, it is. But I'm going to tell you something. If you want to rent a condominium, there's condominiums you can rent. They're not very expensive. It's over there by that IT center. But yes, plenty. And Cebu is big, and I like it. I lived in an area called Labangan, and it was a nice area. There's another area. Let me see if I can think of the name of that. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, there's plenty areas in Cebu like this. Value travel to Calvin. Maybe you need to consider getting a job. I will. There's a guy, Cal Ellis. He's one of my subscribers. He said when he gets over here, he's actually going to do a video with me about and use his drone skills to help me. Karan Tucker says, I enjoy P's logic on her video. Some people might not like her honesty, but I dig it. But it's definitely not your channel, Calvin. Big props to you, man. Thank you, man. He said you all have great content. We do, man. It's not easy, guys. And we're really just trying to help and be, provide some entertainment for y'all, especially because you can't get over here right now, No, Frank Ellis. Yeah, I think I've been here longer, but he's been on YouTube a lot longer than me. Frank Ellis. I think Rike has been there as long as you. He's one of the originals. Yeah, he's one of the originals as far as him and the guy that died. Philippines, My Journey, I think was his name. And he had like 30-something thousand subscribers. He died of a heart attack. And his girlfriend, our wife, tried to take it over, but she just didn't have the content. I forgot his name. Was it Mike or something? I watched him religiously. He went through San Carlos City one time on his motorcycle. He was really good, down to earth. He was building a house. It was really, he had a real good following. I was one. But he still has 30,000 subscribers, but his wife she doesn't have the content, so she gets 400 views. But he was really good. AC King says, I like your channel for the Philippines and tailor-made dreams for the Dominican Republic. He supports an orphanage there with his channel. Both of you guys have a positive vibe. Thank you, AC. One of my friends, subscribers, he's been checking out Panama. Is anybody out there who really has any great information on Panama? I've got a good friend who's actually Panamanian. He lives in America now in Louisville, Kentucky. He's about ready to retire back to Panama. He's always trying to get me to come there. Sam Chaplin said, L.A. rocks cooking adventures. Watch the Sunshine Show. And he's about cooking. I might be wrong, but I think his wife is Filipino. I think he's got children by an Italian lady. Albert Young said, Calvin, do they have mobile DJs there? Absolutely. They do. Remember, the hip-hop scene is big here. Disco scene is big here. Richard Hoagland said, Calvin, do you get markups for being foreigner? Yeah. If you go to the market place, they're going to, if you go to the market and buy fish, vegetables, yeah, they're going to hit you with that. You always let your girlfriend do that. But if you go to some place like the grocery store where the prices are clearly marked, you don't get it. But if you go to these outdoor vendors, yeah, you're going to get it, man. So don't do it. You Dirty Puppy says Mike was a giver. Yeah, I loved his channel, and that's why I subscribed to him. Vagabond Awakes, guys like that. down to earth, giving good quality information. But, you know, as good as they were, and they're originals, you know, there was a big part of the people that they were missing. And I tried to get to some of those people, and it's worked. Hey, Ralphie Free, thanks for that super chat. He said, respect and love from Chicago. Hey, say what's up to my buddy Sal in Chicago, man. I fly out of Chicago. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I love Chicago, especially downtown. It's one of my favorite downtowns, Chicago and San Francisco, man. Thank you, Ralphie Free. But I just tried to talk to the people, to the new man and woman who's never been over here before, and just give you a different perspective, man, you know. Zen and Awesome says, Paul is too men going their own way for me, and Gio seems like he wants to be a player and run through women. Karan Tucker said, hey, Calvin, I used to watch him. I believe his name was Mike. Yeah, Mike. I didn't know he passed. Yeah, may he rest in peace. Yeah, he passed a heart attack, I believe 2020, if I'm not mistaken. He was having some heart problems, and he'd do videos showing him going to the doctor, getting checkups and stuff. And it wasn't long after he came back from his visa run in Hong Kong that he died. Pokebird said, hey, Cal, you gave me a good pickup line. He says, hey, can you come with me to the market to buy some food? You know, what do you think? Well, you know, an easy one would be just, you know, introduce yourself and say, hey, you know, take their number. Don't give them your number. Somebody told me that because they may have a load or a provider, but they can't call you. But see, you can call them. Don't ever give Filipinos your number. Take theirs instead. And just say, hey, you know, maybe, you know, you and a couple of your friends, you can go to the beach or take me out to your favorite restaurant or something. Oh, okay, Frank Ellis says, the negative about Panama is that they use American dollars. There's no exchange rate, guys. Yeah. But boy, some of the pictures this guy sent me, he was just in Panama a few months ago. He's back. He even went to Turkey. They're beautiful, man. Cool, your cow. Facebook Messenger calling. Yeah. Now, if you go on my Sunshine Show's Facebook page, you can't call me on Messenger. But if you go to my Calvin Cooley Roach personal Facebook page, you can call me. Yeah, you dirty puppy says it's Zen and awesome. Let's not talk about other channels. Show Calvin respect. Yeah, and I really don't care, really, but yeah, you're right. you dirty puppy says, check out my YouTube channel. My content is going viral. Ed from Queens says, I've been to Panama 20 times. Could have bought a condo. Wow, 20,000 when Bush kicked out Noriega. Now a condo is 500,000. Wow, did not have 20,000 in 1989. Do not have 500,000 in 2020. Yeah, man. And see, that's one thing about, I heard that, see, a lot of civilians were killed in that, you know, when we kicked Noriega out. And I heard that they had like a bad vibe about Americans. Who knows anything about that? Nate's Quest, you know that's right. He said, good job all around. Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, guys, I got to get off here. I'm getting ready to go over here to the job site. They're working today. Hopefully the engineers over there, I'm going to answer some of y'all's questions. I'll make a short video, too. Richard Howe says, Mike was a really nice guy, but he had a horrible diet. I tried to help him eat better, but he would ignore me. I was a bodybuilding personal trainer in the 70s, and I learned a lot about diet. Yeah, because it seemed like it happened overnight. He just went to looking normal to all of a sudden he started swelling up. But yeah, I liked his channel. I enjoyed it. But yeah, guys, thanks for the super chats, the super stickers, the thumbs up. Let's get 250 before we get off here. I'm at 245. Thank you all for your kindness, your generosity, support. I'm going to have that Sunshine Shoulders guest house built alongside my house. They're doing the main house first, but then they're going to do it. It's going to be 3 meters by 5 meters. All of my viewers, all of my subscribers are welcome. Anytime you're in this area, it's no charge, but give me at least a 2-week notice, and you can only stay 1 week so everybody can enjoy it, but there's no cost. You're going to have air conditioning, Wi-Fi, your own CR, everything. It's just going to be like a hotel room, guys, okay? It's going to be free. And I do that because if it wasn't for y'all, man, there would be no Sunshine Shoulders. Trust me. And I'll never take that for granted. So if you're in America, man, it's getting late. I hope you help somebody before you get into bed. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, and you see somebody on the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's 11:31 a.m. We have the whole rest of the day. Rick and his family came back yesterday. My girlfriend gave the 2 little kids a bath. And I think she's going to start teaching the wife how to give these kids a bath. But she gave them a bath. And they really looked good yesterday. We have the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help, to intentionally find somebody to help. Whether it's a foreigner, whether it's a Filipino, I'm open to helping anybody, man, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free. I'll see you next time. Look for my new video. I may upload it later, but it's called Money Can't Buy Love in the Philippines, but it can make you bankrupt, man. Take care, guys. I'll see you later.